DROPTINE'S Outdoor Addictions. I'm up here hunting in the Arctic, Nunavut, for muskox, and I just killed a beautiful bull down here. But on this episode, you're going to see my father Lorne and I were hunting whitetails in Saskatchewan. We came across a pair of lockbox, something as rare as winning the lottery and finding a foot of clover. So sit back, relax, and watch close as I take you on another DROPTINE'S Outdoor Addictions adventure.
Beautiful, beautiful caribou. Here, Team DROPTINE, kick a butt. Never give up hope, and when you least expect it.
Crazy, still can't believe it.
Incredible deer hammer. Exciting time.
Oh,
Just a giant bull.
this ram is a slob.
Unreal.
Beauty tar down. Yeah, last day! Oh!
Look at that. Look at them B4s.
It is a beaut. Right on. Yeah, nice buck. Giant Yukon moose.
Giant ram.
Buck of my dreams for sure.
Here we are with my big old Billy.
Looks pretty good.
Holy.
We definitely got lucky. Once in a lifetime ram right here.
Unbelievable.
Right on.
Look at that.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
Congrats, pal.
Hammered him. 710. Yeah. Oh, we got something here we've dreamt about seeing our whole lives. Here it is. 2 lock bucks. Bird's another one. Crazy. Wants to It had been a lifelong dream of mine to witness a scene involving lockbucks, something so rare it'll remain only a dream for over 99% of hunters. But being there at this precise moment with my father by my side made it so special. Now I was left with no other choice but to risk everything to free this poor buck, all while capturing it with my professional camera for each and every one of you to watch for yourselves, as this rare scene event unfolds before your very eyes. Dad quickly snapped some award-winning photos as I stood back filming this unbelievable ordeal, so that all of you could be right there with us as we tried our hardest to save this buck from the most horrible death imaginable.
Well guys, we're going to try and shoot the antler off this buck and save his day here, so we'll see what we can do. It's a windy, miserable day here in Saskatchewan, cold, and we're gonna try and save this buck.
I had no choice but to try to keep this buck away from the ravine that was just to my left and out of the camera's view. I knew if he made it into there, it wouldn't be pretty.
We're on the other side of him.
Yeah. Keep coming now.
I motioned for Dad to catch up quickly, as I was sure this poor buck's stress level was already through the roof, and his ticker was probably ready to explode. I wanted to end this cruel trick Mother Nature had played on him, get him loose and on his way to some much-deserved rest and relaxation. You can see the buck really wanted a piece of me as he pawed the ground and reared up, still not sure if I was friend or foe, not realizing that I was there to save his life.
You on him?
Yeah.
Okay, whoa. You video that?
Yeah.
Video it all. Video him. Stay on him.
When my shot blew through the half-eaten dead buck's antler, I'm not sure who was more surprised. The poor worn-out buck took off like greased lightning, leaving Dad and I standing there with eyes wider than pizza pans. All we knew for sure was that it had been his lucky day, and the three of us had all been blessed with this amazing encounter, one that none of us will ever forget.
Right on, Jeff.
Well, guys, we just saved the beautiful buck there, right there. That was pretty amazing, man. Holy cow! Snuck right up on him, shot his antler off. Unbelievable. Still see him out there going.
Still running.
We saved his day, boy. I'll tell you. Pretty amazing.
You can kind of see where they had their big go-round here. They tore the whole ground up all over, and yeah, really something. Really something to see.
Unbelievable how it can be. You can tell they've been struggling since last night here with the way all the tracks were. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, was that cool or what?
Right on, man. Something you dream about your whole life and stumble on it when you least expect it, but that's the way that works. It's just awesome to see.
You guys don't realize how rare that is to witness, to get it on camera and be able to save that buck, to shoot his antler off. It's just absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's really something to see.
Yeah, we are blessed to witness that, and we feel really good about saving that buck. Hopefully he lives on and grows up and can be a heck of a buck one day. Awesome, Dad.
Awesome.
The history of Weatherby began in the mid-1940s when a young cartridge wildcatter named Roy Weatherby changed the world of firearm performance through the development of the world's strongest bolt-action ever developed, the Mark V. Weatherby's family values, traditions, and attention to quality run as deep today as they did 70 years ago.
See that? That's my dad's Weatherby. This is my Weatherby. Where's yours?
We solve problems and realize dreams. We find new ways to do things. We believe in possibilities. We like our way of living and taking care of our land.
Who are we?
We are Kubota.
For you, it's more than just a sport. It's a way of life. It's about nature. It's about preparation. It's about family and friends. It's about passion, anticipation, and thrill. It's about the hunt. For us, it's more than just a job. It's also a way of life. It's about allowing you to share memories that will last a lifetime.
There are a few moments in life that we remember most. These are the moments that make us who we are. These moments define us. They mark our success. They mark our failures. They are the moments that connect us to our inner voice. They are the moments when legends are made. Let our legend help you write yours. Swarovski Optic.
Now come with me as I take you on a journey into the heart of northern Alberta, the home of huge whitetails and cheap fuel. I hope you enjoy, folks.
Well, I've been coming out to Alberta hunting whitetails for a lot of years and heading north country with all the boys. And since I moved out to Saskatchewan, I've always missed it. Usually manage to find a few days to head out that way, but usually in a rush to head straight back and hit the Saskatchewan season opener for rifle, which is a 15.
As the boys whipped by on their quads, I settled in for my first morning of action.
Alright guys, I'll do a rattling sequence here for you.
The rut was just starting to kick in, and the action was slow, but the buck activity was picking up. I knew it was going to happen. I had walked back in the trees, found a big scrape line, and I knew I was in the hot spot, a spot that had been good to me over the years. In the world of whitetail hunting, you never know when it's going to happen, and when you least expect it, the big buck is right in front of you. So I knew it was just a matter of time before I would cross paths with the buck I was waiting for.
Brr, it's cold. It's minus 26 this morning. A bunch of the quads wouldn't start this morning, so we had to boost them. So got in a little late, seen a few deer on the way in on the quad. And now I'm in my spot where I've killed 2 really big whitetails in the past few years. So I'm going to set up and see what happens here. Going to put the blind up. She's minus 26 and my face is froze from the quad right in. She's a little brisk. So far, so not a bad day considering how slow it is. Stay tuned, we're going to be back with more Alberta whitetail action.
Seeing a chocolate antlered northern Alberta buck like this one always makes my heart skip a beat. It's an awesome sight to see.
First good buck there, that was a 101.40, nice buck, wide, really pretty. Just seen him and got the camera on him, and like I said, they cross fast, so he was right there, boom through. Awesome to see. Hopefully be back with more real soon. The bucks are just starting to move. Well, you guys, I've been sitting in this one spot here along these ridges of scrapes all to my left here to the south. And I've been sitting here. All of deer since I've been here the last 3 days have crossed on this south side of me, of course. So everything I do, I set up this morning facing to the south and facing this major run of trails and scrapes, everything like that. Of course, this morning, camera set up that way, everything set up that way. I look out to my right, to the north, and there's a big monster, beautiful 6x6 standing 40 yards from me on the edge of the bush. And now these cut lines aren't super wide, so you don't have a ton of time to make a decision. And of course I knew by the time he got across there'd be absolutely no way I would get the camera on him trying to film. Of course there's all the folds, and them deer know exactly where to lay in them folds, where to travel through them without being seen hardly at all crossing these cut lines. And as it turned out, I had to stand up high just to get a look at him, and I shot him just as he was about 10 yards, 5 yards away from, 5 yards probably, away from getting into the bush on the opposite side, likely gone forever. Usually these bucks up here you see once and that's it, and they're gone. So anyhow, I can't believe it. I just spun and looked and put my binos, and I'm like, ooh, big 6x6 typical. Oh, I can't even believe it. I'm here for 3 days. Alberta has been unreal to me. I have put more big bucks on the ground up here than I can even still fathomably believe in my mind. And I just did it again. I pulled off this year an absolutely amazing double on 2 freaking incredible deer. Hugh, which I chased for 2 years in Saskatchewan, and now this beautiful big 6x6 typical that all I wanted was a nice camera buck, just a really nice buck to get on film. I missed it on film, but I got him, and he's right here, guys. So we're gonna go have a look. I got Dad, I just text him. He's about a mile down the cut line from me. He's gonna come back and help me, and we're gonna video all this. And these are moments like this that it's unbelievable. I'm in awe. This is why we do what we do. Absolutely for the love of the game, for the love of the sport. Help me. How awesome is that, eh?
Right on. Hey. Nailed one. Another one bites the dust.
Can't believe it. It looks like a nice wall of points from there, right?
That's a nice deer.
Nice 6. So, but from there, from the trees, I can hardly see it. Go another 5 yards and it was gone.
Yeah, it's a beauty. Beautiful buck. Oh boy, what a dandy. Nice buck, Jeff. Boy, he's got a good rack of points on.
Points, eh?
Oh,
just a nice big clean 6x6.
Just a dandy.
Just an absolute beauty. Real long points, nice, just nice symmetrical, typical frame, good weight all the way through. His best circles are up top there. They're awesome. Can't even get your hands around him.
Real nice weight.
Just perfect weight. He's absolutely beautiful.
Nice deer. Beautiful deer.
Beautiful, beautiful buck.
Yeah.
You can see there, and you can see when I turn him here is just a beautiful wall of points there.
They like this tamarack flat in here. They like going through it, and seems like every year we see bucks right in this same.
This area always produces anyway in great genetics, and so definitely lucky enough to capitalize on the opportunity when it presents itself, and get a caliber of buck like this is just it's incredible for sure. And The old 300 Weatherby made another terrific shot, and old never seems to let me down. So just a beautiful buck, and pretty happy right now. I'm sad I never got it on film, but that's the way it happens.
Yeah, that's right. That's
these
hunting.
bucks up here, you only usually get a split second to get a shot, decide. You got to do lots of things at once, and if you don't have a cameraman, you're trying to self-film these hunts. It's hard, boy. I'll tell you. You're working to do it. So to get it like I did, I'm glad I got him. Whitetail hunting can be the most frustrating thing in the world, but when it all clicks, it can be the most rewarding thing in the world. So
that's right.
And you know, you get big old chocolate horn bucks like these ones here. It makes it all worthwhile, and we got such a good crew. And thanks, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, you bet.